Have you ever watched a crime thriller and wondered how detectives get inside a suspect's head? How they can tell if someone is lying or predict a criminal's next move? It's not magic. It's a fascinating and powerful science. Welcome to our deep dive into the world of forensic psychology. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of this incredible field. First, we'll define exactly what forensic psychology is, tracing its roots from the public squares of ancient Rome to the high-tech courtrooms of today. Then, we'll explore the cutting-edge suspect detection systems that are revolutionizing criminal investigations, from analyzing a suspect's voice for stress to reading the very electrical signals of their brain. By the end of this video, you'll understand the critical bridge between the human mind and the letter of the law. Before we step into the courtroom, we first need to understand the basics. At its heart, psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. It seeks to understand what motivates us, how we think, feel, and act, and what shapes our personality and choices. It's the science of what makes us human. Now, what happens when you take that deep understanding of the human mind and apply it to the legal world? You get forensic psychology. Think of it as the interface between psychology and the law. Forensic psychology can be defined as the application of psychology to legal issues. It is an application of psychological knowledge and methods to the entire legal process. In simple terms, forensic psychology uses psychological principles to understand legal questions. Is a suspect fit to stand trial? Was a witness's memory influenced by the way they were questioned? What is the risk of an offender committing another crime? These are the complex questions forensic psychologists help the justice system answer. The word forensic itself gives us a clue to its origins. It comes from the Latin word forensis, which means of or before the forum. In ancient Rome, the forum was the public square where major trials and legal debates were held. So, from the very beginning, forensic has been linked to the public application of knowledge to matters of law. Today, the importance of forensic psychology cannot be overstated. It plays a vital role in both civil and criminal justice systems. Forensic psychologists act as expert witnesses, conduct child custody evaluations, assess victims of crime, provide therapy to inmates, and help law enforcement with criminal profiling. They bring a crucial human element to the often rigid and complex world of law, ensuring that justice is not just blind, but also psychologically informed. One of the most thrilling areas where forensic psychology meets technology is in modern suspect detection. These systems are designed to go beyond a simple interview, looking for physiological and neurological signs of deception or guilty knowledge. First up is layered voice analysis, or LVA. This technology doesn't care about what you say, but how you say it. LVA analyzes the frequencies in a person's voice, looking for tiny, involuntary changes caused by stress. The theory is that the stress of deception, or even just high emotional arousal, creates a unique vocal signature. Law enforcement agencies around the world use LVA during interrogations as a tool to gauge a subject's emotional state and identify areas in their testimony that might warrant further investigation. Next, we have a technique straight out of science fiction: brain electrical oscillation signature profiling, or BEOS. This is often called brain fingerprinting. It's not a lie detector, it's a guilty knowledge test. A suspect is shown a series of words or images, some of which are neutral, and some of which are directly related to the crime, details only the perpetrator would know. An EEG machine measures the brain's electrical activity. If the suspect's brain shows a specific recognizable brainwave pattern called the P300 wave in response to the crime-related information, it suggests their brain recognizes that information as significant and familiar. It's a powerful tool for confirming if a suspect has specific knowledge of a crime scene. Of course, we have to talk about the most famous detection system, the polygraph test. The lie detector doesn't actually detect lies. It measures physiological arousal. It tracks a person's heart rate, blood pressure, respiration, and sweat production in response to a series of questions. The idea is that the stress of lying will produce a measurable physiological response. However, the polygraph is highly controversial. Critics argue that an honest but nervous person could fail, while a calm, practiced liar could pass. Because of this unreliability, its results are often not admissible as evidence in court. Finally, we have the most ethically debated method, Narco-analysis. This involves administering a drug, often called a truth serum like sodium pentothal, to a subject. The drug induces a semi-conscious, trance-like state where a person's inhibitions are lowered, theoretically making them more likely to speak freely and without deception. However, the use of narco-analysis is fraught with ethical and legal problems. The information obtained is not guaranteed to be true, as subjects can still lie or have fantasy-driven recollections. Moreover, it raises serious questions about self-incrimination and consent, and its use is severely restricted in many legal systems. So how do these systems stack up? The Polygraph and LVA both measure stress, which is an indirect and sometimes unreliable indicator of deception. BEOS is considered more objective, as it measures brain recognition, not emotional stress. It tests for knowledge, not lies. Narco-analysis is the most invasive and least reliable, facing significant ethical and legal hurdles. Each tool offers a different window into a suspect's mind, but none are foolproof. They are all investigative aids, not ultimate truth machines. Forensic psychology and these detection methods have played roles in numerous high-profile cases, helping to both convict the guilty and exonerate the innocent. But the work goes far beyond interrogation rooms. Forensic psychologists are essential throughout our justice system. They work in family courts on custody cases, in civil courts assessing psychological injury, and in prisons developing rehabilitation programs designed to reduce recidivism. The future of the field is incredibly exciting. As artificial intelligence becomes more sophisticated, it could be used to analyze behavioral patterns on a massive scale, potentially helping to identify criminal threats or patterns. Advances in neuroscience may lead to even more precise methods of understanding memory and deception, moving us closer to a world where the hidden truths of the mind are harder to conceal. So, to recap, forensic psychology is the crucial bridge that connects our understanding of the human mind with the process of law, and modern suspect detection systems, from voice analysis to brainwave profiling, are powerful new tools that are transforming criminal investigations. However, these technologies also force us to ask profound ethical questions about privacy, consent, and the very nature of truth. What are your thoughts? Is the use of advanced lie detection technology a necessary tool for justice, or a dangerous step into a Minority Report future? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this journey into the criminal mind fascinating, please subscribe for more deep dives into the world around us. Thank you for watching.